Just jump right into it.
You're
Leaning on the pitchfork
with Trace and Matt. Jumping right into it.
Okay, the music would go, and then here we are.
All right.
I'm Matt,
I'm Trace.
and this is the podcast that gives you a break from the chores to shoot the breeze. Leaning on the porch fork.
Leaning on
Porch fork. Oh, God.
That's the kind of day it's been.
Oh, my God. Yeah, it's Friday. I don't think we've ever done it on a Friday before.
No, I don't think so.
It's, but here we are, and
It's a beautiful day out.
It is a beautiful day. This is nice. I can't complain.
No, not minus 41.
Yeah, it was a little humid yesterday.
It's going to be real humid next week.
Going for a walk outside felt like it almost feels like you're walking underwater a little bit. So
we're at the museum, getting ready for the Strawberry Social on Sunday.
Oh, nice.
If anybody's looking for something to do, we're having our annual Strawberry Social from between 2 and 4. There'll be strawberry shortcake served with cold beverages and hot beverages if you like.
Is it almost like a high tea sort of atmosphere?
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, it's $15 a person. Well worth it. You get lots to eat. And then the Perth Citizen Band always plays.
Okay.
Perth Citizen Band is the oldest continuous town band in Canada. This year they're celebrating their 175th year.
Oh, wow. That's pretty, that's a long time.
That's
175?
175.
Holy jeez. Okay.
Yep.
All right. And so where would they play?
So we set a tent out on the lawn there, and they'll be at this end. They'll play, and then the tent goes down the lawn, and that's where everybody sits under the tent.
Pretty neat.
We'll get Brian on someday
Okay. All right.
to talk about it.
And okay, so it's a pretty big band, right? Like I would imagine a lot of them have been with the band for a long time. Not 175 years, but
No,
yeah.
no, some of them might be close to it, but no, they're fun. It's a good time.
Fantastic. Yeah.
So if you're not doing anything, come out to the North Atlantic Regional Museum, located in Appleton, and enjoy some strawberry shortcake and that. Yeah, it's a good
Sounds
time.
delicious. Yeah.
Sounds delicious. It is good.
Speaking of which, you brought a coffee that I had a few sips of.
The rest of it, if you want to, you're going to have to go and suck it out of my seat in my van because Dingledork me went around the corner and forgot that it was sitting on the seat and went flying. Then I didn't even think about it, and it poured out. And I realized like 5 minutes later, as I was getting out of the van, that.
But you're nice enough to do that. But I noticed that you brought a tart as well and a little cookie, and then you made me a tea because you felt bad, I guess, with the mishap.
The tart is good.
Nice
it's like it's a peanut butter.
So I'll give that. Is this now? Where's the tart from?
These are from Hummingbird.
Hummingbird. Okay. All right. I'll take a little nibble.
Expensive coffee for 2 sips. I know. It's good, eh? If anybody likes the noise of somebody chewing.
That is different.
I know. Isn't
like
it good?
In a good way. Yeah,
I've never tried it before.
Oh my God. There's like peanuts in it. It's like very crispy.
Yeah.
Nice. And there's another little cookie next to it.
That's a toffee nibbit or something like that.
So I'm going to cleanse my palate with this red rose tea.
Rose tea. Are you a Tetley red rose or whatever?
Tea. I usually like mint or whatever. I'm not too picky with tea. I like tea, but I'm not too picky.
I don't mind tea, but I like it weak. I don't like strong tea.
That's good as well.
We have to give Matt a moment here. His eyes are rolling in the back of his eyes.
So like
the back of your head.
I was chewing the mints, the Werthers. We had a few comments. Some people liked that. Thought it was funny. And what is it called? ASMR?
Something like that. Was that the noise? Hearing the noise of people?
Yeah. Gentle whispering. ASMR.
What?
ASMR, autonomous sensory meridian response, is characterized by reliable changes in effect in psychology. I don't know. Or sociology, sorry.
That sounds really, really fancy for enjoying listening to people make noises while they eat.
Yeah. Provide intense relaxation and stress relief. People obsess with ASMR because it is a unique and powerful experience that can provide intense relaxation and stress relief. ASMR has been shown to be effective in treating anxiety, insomnia, and migraines.
So if you have a migraine, if you listen to people slurp tea and crunch on potato chips.
I to be honest with you, this is all new to me. I don't even know if I'm on the right thing. Science. What is ASMR and why are the
Barb
videos?
would disagree with you because she hates the sound of people slurping.
Yeah, so it's like, visual and auditory triggers like crinkling bubble wrap or paper can induce ASMR responses. So it's the response. That's ASMR.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. The more you know.
I just looked up. The enjoyment of listening to eating sounds is often associated with a condition called misophonia. Mm-hmm. While misophonia involves negative reactions to these sounds, some individuals with misophonia may find certain eating sounds like crunching or chewing enjoyable. This enjoyment is a less common manifestation of the condition.
Okay, let's ask AI to provide some examples of ASMR. Hey, how's it going? Can you provide me some examples of ASMR, please?
Hey there. ASMR stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. It's often characterized by gentle, soothing sounds that can trigger a relaxing sensation. Some common examples of ASMR include whispering or soft speaking, tapping on various surfaces, crinkling paper or plastic. 4. Brushing sounds like hair brushing. 5. Page turning or book sounds. These sounds are often used to help people relax or fall asleep. Give them a try if you'd like.
Can you give it a try? Can you try? Can you give me some ASMR sounds, please?
Sure. I can try to describe some ASMR sounds for you. Imagine a gentle whisper. Hello, how are you today?
Hello?
You can't produce or replicate? Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Thank you.
No worries. If you have any other questions or need help with something else, feel free to ask.
Okay. Love you.
What would happen if you said, "Hey, can we go? Let's go for a beer after work."
Did you hear that?
Like I feel you bonded with.
Yeah,
this.
I know. You want to go out for like a soda after work or a bike ride?
That sounds like a fun plan. Enjoy your time together.
Enjoy your time together.
All right. I think I got the picture there.
I think he's saying no, Matt. Well, there you go.
Very good. Very good.
There you go.
Anyway, now should we do shoutouts? I guess.
Yeah. You want to start with your shoutouts? While you're doing that, I've got to go get out some water.
I will give a huge thank you to the North Lanark Regional Museum for letting us record in their museum. We're back in the tea room. Last episode, we were in the front room, and it was nice in there, but this seems to be our home base overall. Yeah. Museum's looking lively. It's getting ready for the big strawberry social. So exciting times here. It's really neat. Like going through the whole winter, doing the podcast, just seeing everything like all the Christmas stuff or Remembrance Day before that, Halloween before that, and everything. Now it's springtime, so it's cool to see it go through all the seasons.
Mm-hmm. We have teacup flowers over there. Mm-hmm. These beautiful antique teacups filled with lovely pink. Some flower. Dianthuses.
Yeah, that's what it says. That's actually a good idea to put the little flowers in the
are
teacups.
Available for a $10 donation to the museum. Oh, that one at the back there is not looking.
Yeah, there's about 12 teacups all lined up with their little saucers, like really cute little teacups, and it has little flowers with the potted flower. I like that. It's a good idea.
Except the one in the back might be 50% off.
Oh yeah, that one's not doing so well.
I'm going to do shout out to veterinarians.
Okay.
Last week, unfortunately, my mom had to put her big cat Tucker down. He went into congestive heart failure quite quickly, and then
sorry to hear.
Yeah, those things happen, eh? Mm-hmm. And then 2 days later, we had our cat Andy. Had to say goodbye to him. It was kind of a planned one. We knew it was coming. He was, you know when cats get old and they just get that. Mm-hmm. Why? This is what I don't understand. When cats get old, their fingers, when they walk, you can start to hear their claws. And the bottom of their paws constantly have kitty litter in them. I wonder if it has something to do with they're maybe not eating as much and not drinking as much. So maybe like they kind of start to shrink a bit. I don't know. Like I know with calves, and even with cows, like but especially with calves, if they get scours, which is basically diarrhea, really badly, their eyes will sink in their heads.
Oh, really?
And that's because the cells behind their eyes are shrinking because they're not collecting fluid. So then the cells, like if there are normal sized cells, that's what kind of keeps the eyes popped out a bit, right? But if the cells behind the eyes start to shrink because they're losing fluid, then the eyes sink in. That's like for any animal, but calves particularly, you can really notice it. In that. Anyways.
Interesting. Yeah.
Just a shout out to vets.
Yeah.
I mean, our vets, Shannon was wonderful. Let us say goodbye to Tucker, and he was a hard one because he was a rescue cat, and it was just kind of so unexpected. But yeah,
To put them down would be hard, for vets to do that every day.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I know. That's
I couldn't do it.
a tough one. Because I'm sure.
I have to say, human death is almost easier for me than animal death.
Yeah, you're not the first one I heard that say that.
Like it really is true.
Yeah.
But anyways, shout out to construction workers who have to work in this friggin' heat, especially the people who work on the roads, tarring, paving, and all that.
The waste management, like garbage men, kudos to them. And they do it, and they do it well.
So speaking about heat, it's haying season. So next week, weather permitted, there'll probably be lots of hay being baled. And we had one of our former students, Matt. Come to visit us 2 days ago. And Matt is now finishing up his high school career down in the States on a football scholarship at a private school. Good for him, doing well. But he came in to visit with us, and he's a big boy. He plays defense on the football team down there, and he feels that he can come and help me do square bales, and it won't be that hard. So I'm phoning Matt because you were the one initiated this about.
I did initiate this.
Having this conversation online, and I've already tonight. So I've already told him I was going to be calling him. Watch him not answer now. Matt James, you better answer. Little bugger.
He's looking at the phone right now. Oh.
Matt James.
Hi.
Hi. You are on Leaning on the Pitchfork. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hello.
Hello.
Matt's here. So I just gave the little lowdown about how you are going to come and help us come and do square bales this summer. And you feel that it won't be that hard, right?
Yeah, well,
Okay. And why do you feel it's not going to be that hard? What experience do you have with farming that you feel you're prepared for this?
because I shoveled poop in the Virginia heat.
Good one.
Like 2 hours, so
Okay.
I think I can do it.
Fair enough. Okay.
Okay.
Good.
And you said it was so hot that the poop was even steam coming from the poop, right?
It's horrible.
Yeah, it was like cooking in the sun, so it's not like
Oh man, it's awful.
And were you in a barn shoveling the poop?
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
What
okay.
kind of farm was it?
I don't even know what kind of. I think it was
Was it a
A cow
dairy
farm.
or a beef? Well, was it a dairy or a beef?
dairy. I think I don't know what the difference is.
Well, dairy is milking, beef is for beef.
Oh yeah, but I don't know like the structural differences.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, fair enough.
It's a farm.
It's a farm.
Yeah.
Or had poop in
Yeah.
it. And Matt shoveled poop for 2
All
hours.
right. And so you're on the record for saying that you think you'll be able to do this no problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
The hay, baling hay
And I said
for
you're actually,
for 2 hours. For how
it'll
long?
be longer than 2 hours. Yeah. And I said to you that you're actually going to get off a little easy because this year we bought a bale stuker, right? And the difference is before the hay you would drive the tractor with the square baler behind it, and it would pick up the hay, and then it would make the square bale, and then it would come out the end with a chute, and then you'd have to grab it on the wagon. The wagon is then attached to the back of the hay baler, and you then, if there's two people on the wagon, you then throw that bale to the person who's on the back, and they build the load, right? And then you switch to give each other a break, and usually you do, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 tiers, four or 5 tiers up. But now that we have a hay stuker, the stuker will be behind the hay baler. The bales go into the stuker, and they do 5 bales, and then they drop them, so they make them like a triangle. And so then you bale all the hay, and then you have all these little piles of hay, and then we come along with the forks and use the fork, lift up the pile of hay, and then we just place that onto the wagon, and then we take it from there and then load. So you're actually getting a kind of an easy break because you don't have to do the actual running back and forth on the wagon that we normally would do. Then we have to bring that into the barnyard, and then we have to unload it. And I'm putting you up in the hayloft. So if we bale like 200 bales, then we have to unload that, and then up in the hayloft you'll have to pile them. Now there'll be somebody up there to help you. I won't send you up there because I don't want you to make a mess. So you're prepared to do this, right? Okay. All right. So on record, you think this will be a breeze, and after we're done this, you're going to come back on the podcast and talk about your experience, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Perfect. We look forward to having you.
He's very confident, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, no, I love this. We should make some on the side, some farmers bets, no pun intended, on whether we think how this will go. So
you got to bring gloves because the baler twine's kind of hard on the hands, and then also with gloves you don't get little pieces of hay stuck under your fingernails, which really hurts. Long pants, jeans probably is best because then you won't get all covered with hay, and probably a long sleeve shirt would be best, and then you don't get your arms all scratched.
A bottle of water too, maybe?
Oh, you might want a couple of bottles of water, yeah. So I have to be honest with you, I don't like square baling. I used to when I was younger. I thought it was great. I don't now, but I'm really looking forward to square baling with Matt. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it too.
Okay, Matt.
I kind of want to do it.
You want to prove me wrong, don't you?
Yeah.
And even if you're dying, you'll never admit to it.
Matt, I can't wait for you to prove Trace wrong.
So Matt and I are thinking we might do a podcast that night at the farm afterwards.
Yes, I might bring the little recorder.
All right. Anything else you want to share with us, Matt?
Not right now, no.
No? Okay. Okay. Now, did you have a nice nap? Because when I called you earlier to tell you I was going to call you, you were sleeping. And did you have a good nap?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's good. Okay, Bucko. I will talk to you later.
Talk to you too.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. All right.
All right. You know what? He may prove me wrong.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, without a doubt, I think he can. Like the way
he seems pretty determined.
He seems pretty determined. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But so do you.
Yeah. I'll pick the hottest day possible. Hottest day. Yeah.
Oh man.
So we're coming near the end of the school year.
Yeah.
Next a week today is our last day.
Mm-hmm.
I got a funny story.
Okay.
So I asked both people involved if I could share this story. Arden, who is one of our students, and Dave, one of the math teachers at our school, also known as Blue Blazer, because he 95% of the time he wears a blue blazer, so I've nicknamed him Blue Blazer. So a couple of weeks ago, it was senior skip day, and Arden comes into the resource room. She had a spare, so they came in to work a bit. And I jokingly said, like, Arden, what the hell are you doing here? It's senior skip day. And Arden very, very seriously said, oh, no, I can't skip. I got to be in class. And I said, well, not only is it senior skip day, I said, it's also like educator skip day. And I said, like, we have to be here, but none of us are working, like, jokingly. And she says, that's not true, because Mr. Stevens worked very hard this morning in our math class. And I said, well, isn't he a good boy? And without missing a beat, she says, he is a good boy. He's just like a golden retriever. I thought, oh my gosh, you couldn't have planned that any better if you tried.
Oh my God, that is awesome. We should get him some golden retriever.
Yeah, get him a dog collar.
Yeah, like a little puppet or something. Yeah. A dog collar. Oh, that's funny. Oh, some of the
he does have blonde hair.
Yeah. I have a golden retriever at home. So
I know. Sadie, is he anything like Stevens? Is she a good wee girl?
She's still a puppy, so she's come a long way in the past few months. Throughout the podcast, if you listen to previous episodes, I'm like, oh, that puppy, like crazy. But she's getting better. Like I'm seeing, some calmness at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah,
here,
Penny, the puppy at the farm, is getting right now. Penny, we have a premature calf that was born, and we're trying to keep it. Well, it's alive. We're hoping we can save it. I mean, it's wanting to live, but its lungs are not fully developed. So the trick is not letting it get any fluid on its lung or an infection and all that. So anyway, so far so good. My mom has done a wonderful job because she does it all during the day. But Penny, Mom's and Gibson's puppy, who's 8 months old and already like I think probably about 75 pounds. It's a mountain Swiss, so she's a big girl. Wants to stay in the pen with the calf to protect it.
That's cute.
Yeah, it is.
Mountain Swiss?
Swiss Mountain.
A Swiss Mountain dog?
Yeah. They kind of look like, what's that other breed?
I'm looking it up right now. Very nice dog. Like almost like a Saint Bernard.
Yeah, almost like a Saint
lab.
Bernard. But what's that other dog that kind of looks like them? The Bernese, bird, whatever you call those things.
We should have Christine on for this conversation because she is the encyclopedia for dogs. Bernese Mountain Dog.
Yeah, it kind of looks like them.
Yeah, maybe that's what does a Saint Bernard? Was I wrong with a Saint Bernard?
Saint Bernard has the big jowls. Always has the barrel around its neck. Neocitrin dog. Remember?
Yeah. With looked like a roll of toilet paper by its neck. Remember?
That's funny because toilet paper is one of the things I was going to talk about tonight.
Oh, wow. We did like the poop.
I know. The PSA.
Oh, yeah. Saint Bernards are definitely different, but cute. Oh, my God. Oh, I'm just looking at the puppy. But nice. Yeah. Okay. All right.
There we go. So toilet paper.
Okay. Oh, hold on.
Yep.
Balderdash.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's do Balderdash.
Did you get...
I did AI again to do Balderdash. I don't know. This is silly season, so we're in a little bit past mid-June, and all of June, pretty much. I think any educator will agree is silly season because it's just everything. Anyway, I didn't get a chance to do it. I forgot. So
well, and you have your parents have moved.
Yeah, thankfully, we have AI. And let's see if I can stump you this time. So, okay, you want me to go first or you go first?
You go first.
Now, I did forget my glasses, so I'm going to try to read it without. Okay, gribble tump is the word.
Gribble tump. Okay.
Definitions. Okay, sorry, I just have to make sure it was appropriate. You'll understand. A small flap of skin between a frog's toes used to detect changes in humidity.
You got me there. You lost me at small flap of skin.
Well, that's why I stopped. Okay.
Okay, sorry, what was it? A small flap of skin between a frog's toes?
Used to detect changes in humidity.
Okay.
That's a gribble tump. A nonsense word coined by author Roald Dahl, meaning nothing specific, but used for comic effect. Or an Old English term for the sound made when a cart hits its pothole.
Ooh. Okay, I'm going to have to think about that one.
Yeah, that'll be later.
Yeah. Okay, mine is Cara Circo.
Karasuko?
Karasuko, Scoro, something like
Can you
that.
spell it?
CHIAROSCURO.
Okay, sure. Okay.
Infection of the gland around the voice box. The use of light and shade in drawings and paintings. Or an Italian midwife. Chiaroscuro.
Okay.
All right. We'll come back to that. Okay. Toilet paper. It is really annoying when you're in a public washroom. And the reason why I brought this up is because the other day, at the end of the day, I went into all the students had left and everything, and I went into the girls' washroom, which is right across from our room. Right? Because I saw somebody going into the staff washroom. And anyways, I went into the stall, and there was a fresh roll of toilet paper just put in. And you can't, and of course it's in an encased enclosement, right? And this has happened to me a couple of times, like in restaurants or at other places. And you go to get that roll of toilet paper and it's all sealed, and then you can't.
Oh, it has like that glued
and then you
strip.
start pulling it, and then it starts ripping, and then it only takes like
a centimeter off.
Yeah, exactly. So
like a bad roll of tape.
Yeah, and then you do get it, but then it breaks it in half, so you get like only a little, and then you realize that you've taken like 3 layers of only like a strip of toilet paper. But it's really embarrassing if somebody else is in a stall beside you, because you're constantly like pulling this paper, and people are thinking like you're taking a big wad out because you've have a big mess or something like that. Anyways, it's it's annoying. It's like, why do they have to tape toilet paper? Why do they have to glue toilet paper?
Yeah. No, it's true.
And then you can't find it. And
especially when it's like one ply toilet paper, right?
Which is most places.
Most public places. So the one ply seems to glue against like the other layer a lot more. It has that, like, you really got to dig in. Once you dig in,
and you can't, because you have to. It's encased in a box,
in that like metal box, so you don't even see it. So you're just blindly fishing for it, and you don't know if it's the which way it's going, right? So you got to figure out which way the toilet paper is rolling.
Exactly. And
is it the mullet, or what is it? The mullet or the which, you remember like the big debate? The mullet is when it's hanging from the back.
I don't know.
And then if it's hanging from the front, it's, I don't know, something else.
A nun-mullet?
Yeah. And then you like it hanging from the front.
Yeah. It's the only way to do it.
Yeah.
No, from the back. I like it from the back.
back?
I like it from the back. Because if you have it in the front, you pull it, especially if it's in the house and it's got like a standing...
And a cat can pull it.
And then
or a little kid or something.
Yeah. It's always got to be from the back.
Yeah, I couldn't care less. As long as it's not sealed, it doesn't have that seal. That's all I care about. And if I can see it.
Yeah, this toilet paper publication thing was in memory of Les's plumbing, that I guess they bought the real expensive, like 65 ply toilet paper, and her 2 little kids used a lot of it over a course of a time, and then plugged.
Like permanently, almost like.
Yeah, she can tell you all about it. I don't want to.
I have questions. Yeah, because I'm a little. If you get like that Costco toilet paper,
we get the Costco.
It's
toilet
thick.
paper.
That's like almost like.
I think this was the premium. I think this was the fancy dancy.
Charmin.
Yeah.
Extra.
Soft on your bum.
Yeah.
Those soft on your bum, but gentle on your septic system. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Not according to Les.
So when I had a septic system, I bought a bidet. You can get one that, because my kids are using like a full roll of toilet paper. So you can get bidets that just hook up to your toilet, like no problem or whatever. Solve the problem. I was like, I probably saved like $50 in toilet paper the first month. I swear. I'm exaggerating there a little bit, but definitely it did work, and it's easy on the
toilet papers.
So I recommend it. You still use toilet paper with a bidet, but it's still, it does the trick. And
did the kids ever play with it?
No, I was worried about that, but they did not play with it at all.
Which one of your sons put the action figure down the toilet?
Did one of them?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
I remember you
that.
telling me that.
I'm sure. Yeah.
You came home. You came to work when we were both down in autism. You came to work. You were late one morning, and it must have been Harrison.
Probably Harrison, yeah, because Dawson. Who knows Dawson?
Harrison's the oldest one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I used to have one thing that one of them did was I had a bread maker, and I made some bread, nice bread, but then all of a sudden I'm like, I smelled wax, right? Like the funny smelling wax as the bread was baking, and I open it up, I'm like, what the hell? And it's like smoking a bit, and I took the little pan out that the bread's in, and sure enough, there was a blue crayon, and they're all melted.
The bread came out in blue.
Yeah, so then I cleaned it out, and then I made another thing of bread, and it still smelled like crayons a little bit, so I just threw the bread maker out.
Nice.
Some of these things kids do, yeah. That one will always stick with me.
Yeah. So I saw the spandex runner in Barhaven.
Oh, yeah, okay. You want to explain?
Well, if anybody is in the Barhaven area, there's a gentleman, an older gentleman, quite tall, quite thin, is always running. He must do marathons.
Like quite tanned too,
quite
right?
tanned,
Yeah.
Like he has to do
I've
marathons.
seen a guy like this, but he rollerbladed. I wonder if
No,
it's the same guy.
I
But the
don't-
rollerblading guy was like, he was like a rock star.
Yeah, no, I've never seen
some
this
people
gentleman. I've never seen.
Anybody from
I want
Barhaven
to find
listening
out
would
who
know
he is
who
and
I'm
have him
talking
come on the podcast. I'm going to stop. And ask.
He could run here and then meet us.
Well,
yeah.
Polt says she's seen him running down like
Yeah.
towards Richmond and all that.
Yeah.
But he always wears. So he either wears like a speedo, and then like a muscle, like a speedo
That tank
shirt.
top sort of thing. Yeah.
or the long,
like a marathon type.
or the long spandex pants. But I hadn't seen him for a while, so I was a little concerned that maybe he
Well, the winter.
ran out of steam.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. This old lad used to walk my neighborhood every day, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, where is he? And then you wonder, and then I saw him again, and a month later I'm like, okay, good to see you, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am. That's going to make my mission. I'm going to
Okay.
sometime when I see him, I'm going to pull over and.
If I see the infamous, and I think people from Barhaven will know who I'm talking about, but I haven't seen him for a little while. The rollerblading guy, I'll try to get.
Where do you usually see him?
He's like bombing down like Stranraer usually. And he's happy-go-lucky. It looks like he's ready to do some, I don't know, like figure eights or whatever. The guy's awesome.
There you go.
Yeah.
I've never seen this guy in rollerblades.
Okay.
Maybe it is the same guy.
No, probably not. I don't think marathon runners also rollerblade. It seems like I feel like a marathon runner just will stick with running.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just for training and all that. If it's someone that looks like he takes it seriously. I could be wrong, but I don't know.
Anyways, I'm happy to see the spandex runner back. I was
Right.
a little worried there for a little while.
Yeah.
So
Have that winter.
had a rough winter.
Yeah.
But anyways, nicely tanned too. So yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Anything else or?
I've got a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay,
You,
go.
you don't have
No,
your glasses, so you
go
can't
for it.
see.
Yeah, no, like I have a few things, but it's like nothing.
you go ahead.
No, it's good because there is one. We will have a guest. I think Christine will come on.
Yep.
Eventually, she has a few things. I have it. I see it written here. I'm going to save that for her.
Okay.
Because it's a good rant.
When you have Kleenex, where do you keep it? In your pocket? You probably throw it away.
In the Kleenex box.
I mean, once you've used it.
Yeah. Okay. So that little. It's my favorite pocket.
The pocket watch?
That is the best pocket ever invented. You can't beat that little.
That is for pocket. That's a reason
I know for the
pocket.
pocket watch, yeah. And so like a lot of times I'll just fold it up and I'll put it in there. I put in so many like if I have a vitamin that I want to take later, I just pop it in there. Or whatever.
So, do you like reuse your Kleenex to the point where it gets like really, really soft,
no,
or after like a couple of good
no,
cleansings, you throw it out?
yeah, I use it pretty much just once, and trust me, you want me to? If I use it once, it's going in the garbage.
So, it's the question: how does your nostril produce so much snot so quickly?
I was on a good run. I thought I was doing well, and then like it felt clean and all. You know what I mean? Like I can breathe, and then all of a sudden, like all stuffed up, and it's just a lot of allergies. I think.
Yeah,
pollen.
yeah.
And all this.
I don't know what it's.
It's like a furnace filter, right? Like,
Anyways, I'm one of those people that keeps a Kleenex like for like 6 cleanings, and then it gets nice and soft, and eventually dries out. And then
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like it has like it's like fluffy, right?
yeah. But I do the if I have long sleeves, I do the grandma roll it in the sleeve thing, which is really funny because my gram used to always do that.
So how would you roll it in your sleeve?
So you just put it in your, and then you just
you roll the sleeves.
sleeve up and under it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'll never do that. But.
You won't, but I do it all the time. If you have a t-shirt, you can't, but a long sleeve shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's great. A lot of older people do it, and apparently I'm older.
Yeah. I'm going to look for that next time. Yeah.
All right.
So if I'm looking for Kleenex and I see someone with a rolled up sleeve, I'll know they probably have one there, and I can ask them. So,
Yeah, exactly.
okay,
It's
good.
probably used, but
Yeah, that's okay.
That's okay.
If I'm really desperate, I'll
yeah. Yeah. Okay, Matt. Oh, wait. I'd love to see you do that. Anybody who doesn't know, Matt's a bit of a...
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Not
I'm
as
good.
bad as he used to be.
Yeah. I'm
Not
good.
as bad as he used to be.
You have 2 kids and a bunch of crazy dogs and stuff. And
But you wouldn't use somebody else's Kleenex. My mom,
No, I
I'll
still
say to my
wouldn't.
mom, if I'm down the barn, I'll say, do you have a Kleenex? And, 90% of the time she'll say, yeah, it's slightly used. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't care.
yeah.
But the look you're giving me
Yeah,
right
no, I
now.
don't think I could do it. No, I don't think I could do that. Definitely not.
I wouldn't use other people's Kleenex, but I'd use my mom's Kleenex. How many cousins do you have?
I would probably say around 32. Maybe.
Do you have
If
any,
I were to guess,
Do you have any idea what the hell's the difference? I know first, second, third cousin. I get that. that. But like this cousin once removed.
Yeah, so like what is it like? So you have like my parents' siblings' kids. That's first cousin, right?
Yes. That's your first cousin.
But then what would my parents' cousin be? Would that be my second cousin? Or would that be my...
So your first cousin's kids would be your second cousin.
My first cousin's kids would be my second cousin.
I think.
Or would it be my parents' cousin? Would that make...
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Would that be my second cousin or my second cousin once removed? Yeah, that's always been a little weird.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
AI time. That's
Yeah.
what this is.
yeah, I'll let you do it because you
Hello again. Can you explain to me what the term second cousin once removed
something like
means?
Of course. Here's a simple way to understand it. Cousins share the same grandparents. For example, your parents' sibling's child is your first cousin. Second cousins are the children of your parents' first cousins.
You're right.
Sure. A second cousin is someone who shares the same great-grandparents as you, but not the same grandparents. When someone is referred to as second cousin once removed, it means there is a one-generation difference between you. For example, your parents' second cousin is your second cousin once removed.
Thank you. So first cousin once removed would be my parents' first cousin. So that's the once removed one, I think. Mm-hmm. So
why is it called once removed?
Exactly. A first cousin once removed is your parents' first cousin.
But why is, excuse me, sorry. Why is it called once removed? Oh, he's about to say.
Great question. The term once removed indicates a difference of one generation. So, if you're talking about a first cousin once removed, it means there's a one generation gap between you and that cousin. For example, your parents' first cousin is in a different generation than you, so they are once removed from you. If you go another generation, like your cousin's child, that would be twice removed. It's all about the number of generations separating you.
Cool. All right.
All right.
I think that sort of answers it. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. Sure.
No, but it's good to hear it that way. Because
Yeah,
I would
never
always
could
hear it.
under-
I've never actually, read into it or anything.
Hey, Matt, this is my third cousin once removed,
Yeah, just a cousin, right?
twice married in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So yeah, just so my mom's cousin would be my first cousin once removed.
Yeah.
My mom's second cousin would be my second cousin once removed.
Once removed. I just wonder where they get the term removed.
My cousin's kid is my second cousin. Right?
Your first cousin's kids are your second cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A second cousin is someone who shares the same great grandparents as you, but not the same grandparents.
Yeah, that makes sense. So my cousin Alana, we have the same grandmother. We had the same, like, Graham was both our grandmothers. So her kids have a different grandmother than me, but have the same great grandmother. We have the same great grandmother. No, wait.
It'd be great grandmother for them.
I don't know. It's too freaking confusing. Cuzzy bro. That's what I'm calling them all. Cuzzy bro.
Yeah, it's just cousins, yeah. I have a lot of cousins. They're like, really close and yeah.
I have a crap load of cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
It's, wouldn't want it any other way. Had a lot of good times growing up. A lot of good memories. A lot of crazy adventures we've gone on. Crazy stories.
I can remember my great uncle, my Graham's brother. I can remember them coming down from Renfrew, and the three boys would be in the back of the cab of the truck, sitting on the tires.
Yeah.
And we never thought anything about it, and they'd drive from Renfrew, and then they'd pull in, and the cab would be on the truck, and the door would open at the back, and out come the three boys, and away we'd go. I think you wouldn't do that now, for sure.
No, definitely not, yeah. I probably have some cousins that are listening to this podcast, and if any of them want to come on and...
explain if you're first or second removed.
Yeah, well, but then tell some stories, some crazy stories. I'll leave it to them. I won't say any stories, but there are some stories.
There you go.
And they're pretty funny.
My cousin Alana.
I'm glad we're here I have a cousin Alana too. Who would be listening to this? Yeah.
She was, when she was a kid, she was helping us milk one time.
Yeah.
And she was responsible for dipping the cow's teats afterwards with the iodine dip. And she went in between the back legs and was trying to find, and she was just a little kid trying to find the teats to dip them. And I could see the tail starting to rise. And I'm like, oh, and when you have that moment and you have to contemplate, oh, do you or don't you? Anyways, I didn't have to take a moment. I wasn't even going to say anything. Sure enough, the tail went up and the poop came down and she got pooped on the head. And I laughed. She got upset, but...
It's always funny when it's the other person, right?
I've got shit on my head lots of times, so it was her turn.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
You set it up. You're waiting, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So we've had some somewhat positive feedback from our public service announcements from our last podcast.
Okay, I didn't really get to talk to anyone. Again, silly season. I didn't really. Okay. So what do we have?
So Jason, who is a summer student that works here, when I got here, he was just leaving, and he said he listened to the podcast, and he said, I said, so you got listened to our public service announcement with the pill bottles, and he said, yeah, that was really interesting. I think he was entertaining me, but
yes,
but yeah,
that's good. That's nice.
But
it's good to have
people who are laughing will not be laughing when their eyesight starts to go, or they have to collect poo.
Yeah, I know. It's true. There's these things like you don't really think of them until you need it. Like when you have a pill bottle, if you're in pain and you just want to read the instructions because you want to freaking know how often or how many you need to take and whether you should have food or not, and it's just not there in clear, simple writing, you have to go through like a paragraph of just gibberish and junk, and you have to fold some pages and need a magnifying glass. Not cool. Either take a picture of it and zoom in, or have a little QR code on there.
Yep, I agree.
Pharmacy people, you put a QR code on there. Simple instructions. You put it on. Pretty much everyone has a phone now. I know some Equitable still have the instructions, obviously, right? But simple instructions can come up, and you can set it to your preferred language and whatnot.
I totally agree. I totally agree. I'll just try to find something here that I saved on my phone, but I can't find it now. So we finished Throwback Thursday.
Yes.
The last one was
that's right.
On Thursday.
And I'm sad to say that...
You can't,
okay, I won't reveal.
Well, it doesn't matter. You kind of gave it away now.
It was pretty... like, Trace won. Thanks to, I feel, a 7-week stretch where she won all the time. I'm still not too sure about the Kermit week. I think somehow that was botched. I don't think that should have won. It was a good song, don't get me wrong, but...
The Rainbow Connection?
Mm-hmm. Rainbow Connection versus Mr. Big, To Be With You. Yeah. Anyway, I believe the final score, I know you won this week, so I think it was like 24 Trace, 16 Matt. So I am going to, on the record, say here right now that I am going to kick Trace's arse next year. I'm going to prepare all summer. I'm going to come up with the list. I'm going to, figure out the demographic. I'm going to look at the staff, the students, and figure out what is hot. What do people want to listen to? And I mark my words, I am going to double you.
Challenge is on.
Next year.
So anybody who doesn't know what the Throwback Thursday is, the song has to be at least 20 years old.
Yeah, 20 years old, and it needs a video. Yeah. So I was going through, I made a spreadsheet of all of the results, and at the beginning there were quite a few from you that didn't have a video. But I think we should have a video. That's part of it, right? That's part of the experience.
Some of the times we can't play the video.
No, and that makes it challenging. That's part of the challenge. There's enough videos out there to play. We're not.
Doesn't have to be the original video, though, right?
No, yeah, I did Freebird, and that was a newer video, and that felt a little weird. But yeah, you don't want a video, eh?
No, I like the videos.
Yeah.
I just sometimes you can't play the original video because it's a little
racy, a little too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
We don't want to get fired.
Yeah, there's some
because we do. We do put it out to our school folder and then out to family and friends and colleagues who are not at our school.
And it's hard. It is hard with the song as well. I'm not I'll pick a song I think that that's pretty good, the video, and then I realize, oh geez, is that what they meant with that? I'm not too sure. Maybe that lyric had double meaning or whatever. So we do it with good intentions.
That's
make it family friendly.
The small skin flap or something like that.
The balderdash. Yes. Should we go back to that?
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Just so I can hear the first definition again.
All right. Okay. Let me find it. Okay. The word is gribbletump, and the definitions are: a small flap of skin between a frog's toes used to detect changes in humidity. Or an Old English term for the sound made when a cart hits a pothole. Or a nonsense word coined by author Roald Dahl, meaning nothing specific but used for comic relief and effect.
Is there a reason why you switched the second, third one?
Damn it, you noticed. Yeah, because I'm not wearing my glasses. That's the main reason. I noticed it as I was doing it.
I want to say Roald, just because he wrote my favorite short story, Lamb to Slaughter. But I don't think that's it.
It's a good one.
I want to say Cart, just because of the farming part of it.
Okay. Is that your final answer?
No. I want to say frog. I'm going to say frog.
The small flap of skin between. Final answer?
Yeah.
No, it's the Roald Dahl. So yeah, a nonsense word coined by Roald Dahl, meaning nothing specific but used for comic effect. Gribbletump.
Grimbletump.
Yeah, Grimble. Yeah. Grimbletump. Yeah. Sounds like something he would do.
Yeah. Lamb to Slaughter is it's such a great story.
Willy Wonka, Charlie and Chocolate Factory.
Did he write that?
Yeah, and I think he did James and the Giant Peach. Was the other one?
He wrote Lamb to Slaughter too, didn't he?
I believe so. No, that sounds about right to me. The BFG, the Big Friendly Giant. I think
okay.
The Fantastic Mr. Fox, Matilda. The unbelievable. The Witches. Remember the Witches? That was really popular when I was in elementary school.
Don't recall that.
Let's go. I know you still have yours. What else did he do? We got
Roald Dahl.
Did he do Lamb to Slaughter?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah. If you've never read the short story Lamb to Slaughter, I highly recommend you pull it up on the internet and read it. It's a great short story. Poor Mary Maloney.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
Good for
that
you.
is a good one. Yeah. So Roald Dahl, yeah. You know, it's a good, maybe go out and read a short story or a book of his. Good writer. Anyway. Okay.
Okay. Kara Circuro.
Sure.
Infection of the gland around the voice box, the use of light and shade in drawings and paintings, or an Italian midwife.
Italian midwife.
No.
I haven't gotten one yet.
The use of light and shade in drawings and paintings.
Well, there you go. Nice.
Now, do you want to know how you properly say it?
Yeah, sure.
Let's see. CIA. Oops. Here we go. Chiaroscuro. Whatever, however.
Chiaroscuro.
There you go.
All right. You want to, how do we pronounce Roald Dahl?
I don't know. Is we not saying his name right?
We'll find out. Because it's spelled like.
Roald Dahl.
Roald Dahl.
I had it right. Here, let's.
With a drawl.
Roald Dahl.
Roald
Oh,
Dahl.
there. Roald Dahl.
Roald.
Is he still alive? He must be
Roald
dead.
Dahl. Yeah, he passed away. Oh my God, there's a crazy picture of him.
He's got a weird mustache and wild hair and everything, eh?
No.
No?
No, that's
Einstein?
no. You're thinking of what was that painter's name? Crazy guy.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Salvador Dali.
Oh, that's who I'm thinking of. He died in 1990.
Yeah, it was quite a while ago. Yeah. And Salvador Dali died in 1989. So there you go. Yeah. Roald Dahl. Yeah. Born in Cardiff, Wales.
There you go. All right. So they found that three-year-old that was missing, eh?
Yeah.
From Montreal
Yeah.
in the ditch in
Unbelievable.
Ontario Highway.
Yeah. When I heard that she was found, I just automatically assumed that she was not alive for some reason. And I was like, oh my God, it's horrible. Then my eyes like popped out of my head when I'm like, no, she's alive. Oh my God, that's amazing. Like, how often do you hear that, right? Because she was missing for
Oh, I think it was
a little while.
4 or 5 days. Was it not?
Yeah. So, unfortunate circumstance. And, there's probably a long road ahead of recovery and just getting things back to on track. And,
Or Chihuahua did not make it.
don't want to go into details there, but happy that obviously, she
4-day search.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. So poor dog.
No, I know. Chihuahua. 3-year-old. I thought she was 5 years old. 3-year-old. I guess when they found her, she had her little lunch kit and she said she was just waiting for her mommy. Anyways.
Jeez.
Sad case all around for everybody. And that.
So I noticed in the news probably a week ago or two, the raccoon, the headline was Raccoon Forces Closure of a Section of the Ottawa Baseball Stadium. So Link Stadium, like
Are you friggin' kidding me?
Link Stadium, where I guess it's the Ottawa Titans that play there now, the baseball team. It's right off of the 417 off of Saint Laurent, I think, or Montreal Road. And I guess the City of Ottawa was keeping an eye on an unwelcome fan in the stands at the Ottawa Baseball Stadium as a raccoon lives in the upper deck of the stadium in the city's east end. Fans noticed a section of the right field stands was cornered off last weekend during Ottawa Titans series against the Sussex County Miners. Tickets are currently not listed as available for this section.
You're kidding me.
This is on CTV. Recreation, Culture, and Facility Services General Manager Don Chenier says a pair of raccoons settled into a portion of the stands. One raccoon has been relocated from the stadium. For everyone's safety, staff temporarily cordoned off the section of the stands, and we worked with specialized wildlife contractor to install humane traps. So he told CTV News Ottawa. One raccoon has been safely removed and relocated to its natural habitat. So they're working on it. But for the time being, they couldn't just... I guess it's a process, right? You set the trap, and I suppose you wait until they get into that trap, or...
Yeah, it's a live trap, and they're
but just
sneaky
sort of
about
a
it,
funny
that's for
visual. Now, it's not like... I believe the Ottawa Titans, I fully support them. I love that baseball. It's great, but I would imagine that they don't really sell out, especially this time of the year, the entire stadium, right? So I believe from the picture, what I see, it looks like the top corner, you know, the upper deck, which probably wouldn't have many fans in there to begin with. It would have been pretty funny if, like, you know, it was all full and then there was this one section that would be empty. But the fact that you see the yellow tape around and you just know that there's some raccoons residing in there is, I don't know.
Oh, they'd be crapping everywhere.
I know, it's awful.
It's just gross.
Yeah.
Like, rehome the stupid damn things and rehome them permanently.
Yeah. But I guess it's a process, right? So the fact that, well, there's a lot of stuff around there too. You know, they find... You know, you got all the food and everything, right? You get the dumpsters, and they're like, "Oh, what's up here? Oh, this is a nice little place to reside."
Dirty little animals.
I know. They're cute, but they're dirty, and I don't want anything to do with them.
No, and they get up in the hayloft and they crap on stuff, and it's just. So my mom has a real phobia. Does not like bats.
Oh yeah.
Like bats. Anyways, years and years ago. My gram was up in Renfrew for a few days visiting her sisters and brothers, and mom and I read. Anyways, you know when you're sleeping and you hear noise and you're sleeping, but you're also like aware of the noises and all that.
Yeah.
Anyways, I could hear like this, you know, and everything like that, awful. And I thought, like, what the hell's going on? Next thing I know, the bedroom door comes flying open, and it's Tracy, we have a bat in the house.
Oh, shit.
So I said, okay, fine. Anyways, and she said, but I've got it in the bathroom. I said, okay, good. And I thought that was it. I was going back to sleep. No. We had to go through the whole damn house, put tinfoil over every register, because that's how we figured it came up through the register. Right, it's an old farmhouse.
Yeah, and are you just doing tinfoil just because that's what you had, or is that like a specific?
No, that's what.
Okay.
Yeah, like this is like 3:00 in the morning, and this is when we milk, so we were getting up like in a couple of hours anyway.
Yeah, so you may as well just stay up at that point. I guess.
Anyways, so we put tinfoil over every register in the house, every register, and I thought, okay, go back to sleep, have like 45 minutes of sleep. I got to go back into my bedroom. Nope, not going back into the bedroom. I had to go and sleep in mom's room with her. And I had one of the old plastic baseball batting hats, you know?
Yep.
I had one of them. She put that on her head.
Cover the hair.
And she had one of my badminton rackets.
It's just like the Great Outdoors movie, I swear. That's yeah.
And then we had to sleep with the lights on.
Yeah, of course.
Anyways, yeah, didn't get much sleep because every 3 seconds, like, what's that? Did you hear that? Anyways, the next day we get up, we milk and everything that we call our old neighbor, Bob Haynes, who's now passed away, to come up and get this bat out of the, bathroom. He can't find it. And he's like, listen, Bev, I'm telling you, I've been through the bathroom. I can't find it anywhere. She's like, I'm telling you, Bob, it's in there. Oh, because we had to put rolled up paper, rolled up towels and put it under the doors, right?
So it doesn't go underneath the little crack.
Anyways, we go in and I think Bob came up while we were finishing up chores. I think that's what it was. She called him and said, like, can you come up once you have your breakfast and all that, whatever it was. Anyways, on the back of the door was a old heating bottle, hot water bottle. Mom flips that over and goes eye to eye with this friggin' bat, right? And
right up close.
And she's my mom doesn't really scream. She more says certain words.
Mm-hmm.
And anyways, so Bob takes it. And I mean, this was like 30 plus. Like, this was probably 35 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this wasn't anything recent. And so Bob's going to go release, and Mom says, "You kill the damn thing." And Bob's like, "I can't kill it." Anyway, she hands him my baseball bat.
Mm-hmm.
And so he you know, and he says, "There, it's dead." And Mom's like, "I don't think it's dead. Club it some more." He was
Beat it to a pulp.
It was like a murder scene. Like, anyways, she's a little better now. With we haven't just jinxed it probably.
I don't see bats as much as I used to. Used to seem like more common, like dusk, you know, especially dusk. You'd start seeing them whizzing around, and especially like on the boat, or, you know, just, you know, maybe I'm not in those areas as much, but like I feel like I saw them a lot more.
I think I told you the story about a girl who I went to school with that decided she was going to bike out to my place one night.
Okay.
Did I tell you this story?
No.
And anyways, it was like, I didn't really want to visit with her. Like, I hadn't, but anyway, she decided she was going to come out, and we were in high school. And anyways, I came into the house, and Mom says, you know, "Where's so-and-so?" And I said, "Oh, she's outside on the picnic table." And she says, "What is she doing?" I'm like, "Nothing, just, you know, enjoying." And Mom's like, "Tracy, Ann Holmes, what have you done?" And I'm like, "Nothing, Mom, nothing. It's just, let her be. She's just having some quiet time out there." And hockey was on, because I remember I wanted to watch hockey. And she's like, "Tracy." Anyways, we had a clothesline. She was from town, so she didn't have a clothesline. So I told her the clothesline was like a zapper. And if she waited long enough, the bats would land on it, and you could watch them get zapped.
Oh, jeez. That'd be pretty exciting. I
Yeah,
guess.
I thought, like, Mom's like, "Tracy, you cannot tell her that." I'm like, "Well, listen."
Poor bats. That'd be awful.
Yeah, because, well, I think you know, if you're stupid enough to think that we have a big line across our lawn, that's a bat zapper, well, then you should spend your hours out there, you know. But it was just a clothesline. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But, you know, back then it seemed plausible, I feel, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I like bats. Like,
Oh, bats are beautiful, but yeah, just
their poop is
stay out of
dangerous.
the house, and yes,
Extremely
Yeah.
dangerous. If you breathe it in. But we the odd bat will get in. But one hasn't had one for a long time now. But we'll catch it and take it up to our place and release it. But don't want to get bit by it. That's for sure.
No, definitely not.
You got to get a needle in the buttocks.
Oh, jeez.
Ask my husband.
Oh, really? Okay.
Secret shoppers. Have you ever thought of being a secret shopper?
Do those still
I
exist?
don't know.
Sometimes I'll tell you what I do, though. I pretend I'm a secret shopper.
Just to make the people nervous.
Yes, I'll ask like a very specific question. Especially if the worker isn't, like, you know, meeting
Have
what
earbuds
I would
in their
know
ears?
exactly the standards this corporation, you know, would feel. So yeah, if they have an earbud in their ear and they don't seem like they're, you know, they're there. You know, they're physically there, but mentally they're somewhere else. You know, I just
And they have earbuds.
I can, because I remember secret shoppers.
Ooh.
Back in the day when I used to work retail and whatever, like just you would be prepared for a secret shopper. Like what is a secret shopper?
So
What
it
do you got
says here that they're called mystery shoppers.
Yeah, mystery shopper. That's it.
Also
yes.
known as secret shoppers, is still a legitimate practice in Ontario. Companies and organizations hire mystery shoppers to assess customer service, product quality, and overall customer experience.
Yeah.
These shoppers unanimously
Canadian Tire when I worked there.
evaluate various businesses, including retail stores, restaurants, and other service-oriented establishments. Business hires mystery shoppers, companies to conduct these evaluations. There's an online.
Well, like, and I don't know. Okay. Can you apply to do it? We should do it.
I know, we should.
That'd be sort of fun. I definitely I think sometimes an employee will look at me going, "Are you a mystery shopper? I'm not too sure. Can't figure you out."
So Mystery Shopping Canada. specializing cost-effective mystery shopping programs since 1996. Click here to become a shopper. They provide full-service mystery shopping programs. In-store mystery shoppers, competitors.
So when we're like starring in like these made-for-TV movies as like background actors, before we do that, we can be mystery shoppers as well. It's almost the same thing. It's acting. It's like you're preparing for a role, right?
So Bestmark is another business one you can go. Let's see. Do they have them in Almont? No, nothing in Almont. Suppose they probably have Ottawa. Carleton Place? No, nothing in Carleton Place either. Oh, they do. Carleton Place. Oh, cool. Let's see. Barhaven, maybe? No, nothing in Barhaven, but they do have them in Carleton Place.
So back when I used to work, this was before the internet, pretty much. Like I wonder how they would have recruited these people. Just little classified ads, I suppose.
Yeah. Do you remember the classified ads? Oops.
Do they still have? I don't think they have classifieds anymore, which is too bad. Actually, you know what? I got a newspaper the other day because sometimes I like reading the sports in the newspaper. There were no standings for like baseball.
Really?
Yeah, or the scores. There was a few articles, but they didn't have the scores of the games. Which in the baseball there would have been a ton of games, and there were no standings. I couldn't find any of those stats. Just a few articles. It's like really thin, like the paper now too. It's changed, which is too bad. Print media, does seem to be going, in the wrong direction. Most of us are on our phones or tablets or whatever. Fair enough. But sometimes there's something about, it's just like reading a book, that physical, paper you're going through, like the classifieds, it's all there right in front of you. Suddenly an ad won't just appear, pop up, or there's no distractions or little icons. It's just all right there, right?
It's like reading a book. I can't read a book on Kindle or anything like that.
No, I mean, I don't think Kindle would have ads or pop-ups or distractions. Yeah, that's the one thing, but like I would never be able to read it on my iPad. And I don't think I could do Kindle either. There's just like that tactile, like that feeling of like turning the pages.
Yeah.
And something about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Falling asleep with it laying on your head.
Yeah. No, I nod off sometimes, especially if the book's not all that engaging or a certain part of the book. So
you can also apply to for specific companies.
Like what companies do they have on there?
Let's see what market force here.
So I remember, like, I remember when I used to work at the gas station, we used to sell tobacco products. I don't know if it was a mystery shopper that would come in. If you didn't ask for ID, you get in a lot of trouble. You lose your job or
well, that's like lottery. The lotteries.
Yeah.
I remember somebody was telling me one time that they worked in a gas station or whatever. And I can't remember who it was, but one of the lottery people came in and went through the garbage.
So it's probably the tobacco companies that would...
to see if they could find, behind the counter, to see if they could find any lottery tickets that were checked without it being signed. Because they'll check, and then if it's no good, they'll rip it, right?
Yeah.
And if they had any lottery tickets behind the counter that they had thrown out and ripped, and it didn't have a signature.
Yeah.
Oh, am I far away?
Yeah.
Sorry. They would get dinged.
So if it was behind the counter?
Yeah, because you
without it signed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And the reason behind the counter, because I can go in and check.
I'll check them and I'll just put them in that little slot.
Yeah, but that's you checking them. If you get
but if they check them.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, fair enough. You should get dinged, because I've known some cases where there will be a big winner and then the person will give them something else, right? Like they'll say, you won like a free ticket or something, right? And then we've all heard that story before.
I feel a lot of these companies are we'll set you up as a mystery shopper. You only have to pay $19.99 for your kit or something like that. Anyways, it would be fun. It would be fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. But like you go into a place, if there's an employee that just doesn't seem to be into it, just throw a few curveball questions specific, and he'll give you the eye like, oh crap, are you a mystery shopper? And then it'll change. It's fun. Highly recommend it.
There you go. There you go.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
I got to go get some cattle out of the barnyard who were...
Yeah, and it's Friday, so, I just want to...
Want to come help us?
No, I'm good,
separate?
thanks. Yeah, I'm good. All right, okay.
Matt, James, if you're listening, I hope
Yeah.
you're resting up.
All right, and listeners, thank you for listening. And
you.
don't forget to put your grocery carts away, please.
And don't forget, if you're in the rural area and you see a flashing green light in a vehicle, pull over. It is a firefighter going to a call.
Well said. All right. Okay, cheers.